All right, let's get into a really powerful story from the Quran. It's got everything: a prophet, a group of people who are just unbelievably arrogant, and this one miracle. A miracle that basically becomes this ultimate test of faith, all hinging on one seemingly impossible request.
So let me just ask you something right off the bat. Could a living creature, like a real breathing animal, just pop out of solid rock? I mean, think about it. If you challenge someone to do that, you'd think, no way, it sounds totally impossible. Well, that exact challenge is what this entire story, the story of the people of Thamud, completely hinges on.
Okay, so who are these people, the Thamud? Well, they came after the people of Ad were destroyed, and they kind of rose from the ashes, you could say. They became this major power, and they were known for being super strong, really talented, and just incredibly hardworking.
And this is where it gets really interesting. You've got this wild contrast. On one side, these guys were absolute geniuses with stone. I mean, they were carving these incredible, beautiful homes straight out of the mountains. But all that skill, it kind of went to their heads. They started to think they were the masters of their own universe, that they didn't have to answer to anyone. So while they were rich in stuff, in material wealth, spiritually, they were totally bankrupt. They were worshiping idols, completely ungrateful for everything they had, and the rich and powerful, they just became tyrants, pushing everyone else around.
So into this whole complicated mess, God sends a messenger. His name is Saleh, and he's one of them, from their own tribe. Everyone knew him, everyone respected him. He was known for being wise, having great character, just a really stand-up guy.
And Prophet Salih's message was super simple, really direct. He basically said, hey guys, let's worship Allah. He's the only God there is. He's the one who made you. He wasn't trying to get rich or famous or become king. He just wanted them to remember where all their blessings actually came from.
So how do you think they reacted? Yeah, not well. They were basically in shock. They said things like, Saleh, we've always respected you. We thought you were going to be our leader one day. What is this? Why are you telling us to ditch the gods our ancestors worshipped? So you can see the problem, right? They liked him, but they hated his message. It was a huge conflict for them. And this is where everything changes. The people who refused to believe, they decided to corner him. They were going to put him to the test, once and for all. They wanted a sign, something so undeniable, so impossible, that he couldn't fake it. Picture this. One day, all the big chiefs of the tribe are gathered around, and they're worshiping this huge rock, of all things. So they see Saleh, and they call him over. They're feeling pretty smug, ready to make fun of him. And they cook up this challenge that they are absolutely sure he can't possibly meet. And here's what they asked for. It's so specific, it's almost funny. They said, you want us to believe you? Fine, show us a miracle. Ask your God to make a living, breathing, pregnant she-camel come out of that rock right there. I mean, they thought it was ridiculous. A pregnant camel from a rock? They were positive this would be the end of him. He'd be exposed as a total fraud. But Prophet Saleh didn't back down. He accepted the challenge. He turned and prayed to God. And then the impossible happened. People heard this strange groaning sound, and the rock actually started to crack. It split right open, and out walks this huge, incredible pregnant she-camel. Exactly what they asked for. It was so mind-blowing that some people saw it and just believed right on the spot. But the chiefs, the powerful guys, nah, they just waved it off. It's just magic, they said. But see, this wasn't just a magic trick. This camel was something more. It was a living, breathing sign from God. It was the ultimate test for everybody. The question was simple. Are you going to respect this completely undeniable miracle staring you in the face? Or are you going to let your pride and arrogance get the best of you? So, to make sure everyone could live together peacefully, Prophet Saleh laid out some ground rules. This camel was massive, right? So it needed a ton of water. The deal was, one day, the camel gets the well all to herself. The next day, it's for all the people and their animals. And here's the amazing part. In exchange for that water, the camel produced enough milk for the entire tribe. Every single person. It was a blessing for everyone. And for a while, it actually worked. But that anger, that resentment the disbelievers had for Prophet Saleh and his message, it never really went away. It just festered. And eventually, all that hatred found a new target. The beautiful, miraculous she-camel that was living right there among them. Every time the chiefs and the powerful men saw that camel, it drove them crazy. It was a living, walking reminder that Saleh was right and that they'd made a promise they didn't want to keep. It challenged their power, their old beliefs. So one night, they came up with a truly evil plan. They got a group of 9 of their toughest, most ruthless guys together to go and kill this sacred animal. And what they did was just brutal. As the she-camel came to the well for a drink, one of the men shot her in the leg with an arrow. The poor thing tried to run away, but then another man came up and slashed her other leg with a sword. Once she was down, helpless, all 9 of them just swarmed her, killing her. And the worst part? When they came back, the people who rejected the message treated them like heroes. So they're all celebrating, thinking they've won. But that celebration didn't last long. See, by killing that camel, they did more than just kill an animal. They had officially rejected a sign from God. They broke their promise. Prophet Saleh, you can imagine, was absolutely heartbroken, and he came to them with one last chilling warning. He looked right at them while they were partying and celebrating, and he said, "Enjoy yourselves for 3 more days. After that, God's punishment is coming." And what did they do? They just laughed in his face. They mocked him, telling him to bring it on sooner if he could. They truly believed nothing could touch them. So, following God's command, Prophet Salih gathered the few people who had believed, and they just packed up and left. They got out of there. Meanwhile, the disbelievers are sitting back in their amazing mountain fortress homes, feeling totally safe. In fact, they're so arrogant, they start plotting to kill Saleh next. They have no idea what's about to hit them. And then, exactly like Prophet Salih said it would, the punishment came. A massive, violent earthquake shook their mountains to the core. There were these deafening thunderbolts, and those amazing homes, the ones they carved from solid rock, the ones they thought made them invincible, they offered zero protection. Every single person who disbelieved was killed. Their entire civilization just gone in an instant. Wow. I mean, what an intense story, right? But it's not just a dramatic tale. It's meant to teach us some really important, timeless lessons about faith, about pride, and about the fact that our choices have real consequences. So let's kind of unpack what we're supposed to take away from the story of the Thamud.
When you look at it this way, the main points really stand out. First, you've got to listen to divine warnings. Don't be so stubborn that you ignore them. Second, when you see a clear sign from God, you have to respect it. It also shows us that all the power, all the wealth in the world, it can't save you from the consequences of your actions. And at the end of the day, it's being faithful that keeps you safe. And that really leaves us with something to think about, doesn't it? I mean, this story happened ages ago, but that central conflict, arrogance versus humility, that's as relevant today as it ever was. It really makes you ask yourself, what's the real cost of being that proud, that arrogant? And maybe more importantly, how can we get better at seeing the signs and the warnings in our own lives and actually paying attention to them?